Good morning, YouTube. Thank you once again for tuning in. I am Dkhairho, and you are now watching The Morning Coffee.
The morning coffee.
So what we're going to be doing today is taking this straightforward. By straightforward, I mean no effects, no drops, no type of breaks. Just the only manipulation done on this beat is just the low pass and the band pass that I've placed over this main sample. We're going to be taking it and putting it inside of Reason 9 through the export import process. Prior to moving to export this track, we have to make sure that everything is ready to go. One of the main things that you want to make sure of is that the full length of your beat is highlighted in this section here. Because this is a one scene beat, everything is going to be highlighted automatically. But let's say if you have multiple scenes, you have to make sure that each scene is included within the full length of the song. So why I'm only going with one scene? It's because within this software, I was able to create the foundation of what I plan to do inside of Reason. Inside of Reason, what I'm going to do is my drum drops and my sample pulls through automation. Now that everything's ready to go here, we're going to go into File. We're going to choose Export Audio, and then we're going to do our exporting selection. So it's already set up on sound outputs. Sound outputs give us the option to basically individualize each sound. All of this yada yada bing bang over here, you can adjust it the way that you want. I'm gonna keep it where I have it, and then one thing I'm gonna do is choose to export this to my desktop. So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna choose desktop, and that's it there. And then here, what I need to do is make sure that I remember what my beats per minute is. I always name my song, place the beats per minute, and then also the date that I made the beat, so that I could basically just remember when I did it, and then also when moving into another DAW, remember the beats per minute. Let's go ahead and hit export. So now that we got everything exported, we can close this area out. We can make sure that we save our project. And then we can close out the Maschine software and head on over to our desktop. Now we're at our desktop. Let's look for that folder that contains those parts, which is right here. Let's click it to open it up to make sure that everything's there and all the sounds are there. So we're ready to move over into Reason 9.5. Now that we have Reason open, we have to make sure that the BPM is set to the same exact tempo as the track that we're importing. So we're going to put that at 80 beats per minute. And then we're going to hop over to our sequencer. And we're going to go to the folder that we have on our desktop with those files in it. Going to highlight them all. And then we're going to drag and drop. After all the sounds have successfully been imported, the next thing I want to do is highlight them all and then right click and normalize each clip. And the reason that I want to do this is so on the mixer, all the levels are pretty much high enough to allow me room for adjustment. Now that normalizing is complete, let's jump over to our mixer. So as you can see, this mixer is actually modeled after the SSL 9000K. So it's a pretty dope mixer, especially to have in a DAW. Looking at the layout of each sound across the mixing board, you'll notice that I'll need to make some adjustments so that they're easier to read and also easier on the eyes. But for now, let's go ahead and play the track back and see if it comes out properly. So other than needing some level adjustment, everything sounds cool. Since I've made the visual changes, the next thing I want to do is group certain sounds together so that they'll be equally affected at certain points within the song. So to do that, all we do is highlight the tracks that we want to group, right click, and then we're going to create a new output bus. And as you can see, it gives us a new track there. Gonna do that along the line. And you can group as many tracks as you want, but here, based on what you see in the colors, I only need to do 2 at a time. Skipping over the kick because that's by itself. And then last, the hats. Okay, and so we're complete. So let me show you why I choose to do this. Let's play the track back. And so that's the reason that I choose to do that. Since I don't intend to bore you by having you sit through the whole mixing process, let me just show you a couple of things before we end the video. One is the automation. You can automate any part of this mixing board, any knob, any fader. One of the ones that I want to do is the mute automation. And the way that you do that, you right click on the button and then you hit edit automation. And it's going to take you back to the sequencer view. However, we can jump back to the mixer, and from the mixer, all you'll need to do is go to your starting point, hit record, and as you can see, it lights up green. Mute wherever you want. And let's play that back. As you saw and heard, the automation worked fine. The last thing I want to show you is how I add effects. So I'll go over to my racks view and then I'll go through the effects that I have available to me. And it's as simple as dragging and dropping, just as it is in other DAWs. Let me do something drastic so you guys can hear the effect. Okay, and this is the echo effect in its initial patch. So you kind of hear it, but let me make it a little bit more drastic. Yeah, so of course I won't be using that effect, but like I said, I just wanted you to get the feel of how you can manipulate your tracks within a beat. And that's pretty much it. And as always, I hope you found this video useful and found a way to implement it into your current process. Now that was some good coffee. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, cruise around the channel and check out some more great videos. Also, hit that subscribe button for your boy and get updated on new content. Once again, I am Dkhairho. Plug in, get connected. We are TMR.
Dkhairho did this.